you got to get your fellas on this podcast. You got to get them on this particular one, because you got to think about it. If you listen to some of my earlier episodes, I was that guy. We're coming home from work and say, hey, babe, where the food at? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I want some, what's up? And I'm not really helping out around the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this podcast grew me. I literally have grown. I am the product of this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all said entertaining. I'm asking y'all to check out the Loveology podcast. This is...
Hello, and welcome to the Loveology podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one. And we're married. We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started. What's up, world? It's another episode of the Loveology podcast. We are here. Got my beautiful wife over there.
Got my handsome husband.
Chill. You hear me?
He just celebrated a birthday and Father's Day.
Shout out to all the fathers out there. Shout out to all the Gemini fathers out there. Man, shout out to all the Gemini. So if you're a Gemini, you're a father, or you're just a Gemini, man, post something in the comment section, and we really appreciate you if you hit that like button. That really helps out the algorithm here at Loveology Podcast. So hit that like button one time for the one time, and you might want to share it with somebody. So we about to get this show on the road, baby. How's this week been going? I know it's a crazy weekend. My birthday on Friday, Juneteenth on Saturday. Then we had Father's Day today. So I'm on a roll. I've been chilling. You know what I'm saying? Play a little basketball today. You know what I'm saying? You practice on your jump shot. You got your jump shot back going again. I saw you.
Yeah, it just took me about 10 minutes. I kept airballing, but I mean, it was going to go in. If it wasn't an airball, it's just like all net. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So yes, I don't think I played basketball in some years.
Yeah, she used to play ball in high school. She was dubbed the Beast. She was really good at grabbing a rebound.
Look at this Charles face. Barkley. You guys wouldn't think that I was, a beast on the basketball court, so that's why that name.
I heard when she first started playing basketball, she was telling people, "Excuse me," in the post.
Yeah,
say excuse me.
Yeah, you know what really broke me out of that? I went to a basketball camp. Yes, basketball camp, and I was like so tired. If you've never been to a basketball camp, they make you play so many games a day. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I don't care no more. I'm slinging people off. And that's actually when my coach started saying, "Oh, Ashley, you're a beast. You're the beast." He's like, where did that come from? And I had two different coaches. So like in junior high, I had a coach. And then, my senior, what was it, like 9th through 12th grade? I can't even remember, but it was a different coach. So like
Coach Havner?
Coach Havner, yes. And one of my old coaches.
Shout out to Coach Havner.
Yes, Coach Thornton.
Coach Money Thornton in the house.
my first coach, he came to see me play, or see us play, not just me, but came to see his old team play. And he asked my new coach, like, where did that come from? How did you get her to like be a beast like that, know? I don't know. I got broken down and I was like, I don't care. It's time to get this ball in the hoop. But anyway, so yes, that was fun. And yes, it has been a long weekend for me because all of these
still going too.
Yes, all of these celebrations that are happening. I saw Jason played a funny video of this guy talking about they need to move the Juneteenth. Did he say Juneteenth?
He said, move away from Father's Day.
Move away from Father's Day because you're just going to be outside cooking on the grill.
Barbecuing on Juneteenth. Cooking for myself. And then I'm barbecuing again on Father's Day, cooking for myself.
Yeah.
Mother's Day, everything is booked up.
Well, I'm sure there was a lot of, restaurants.
You can't get it. You try to book something in that month, it's a wrap.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. Men like to
what
eat
you
too.
mean?
Well, I mean,
it's up to the women.
Well, I mean,
I don't know why. It's the
well,
woman.
I'm saying like there's other. Let me clarify. There's other gifts that you can get a woman for Mother's Day, and I guess just taking her out to eat is the most simple thing.
Yeah,
But-
well, because she most of the time.
she's the one cooking. Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I never put that together.
Well, you see
I never.
see who's cooking now. It's not her.
Whatever.
She switched to her vegan style right now. So
Yes, I am on a vegan, I don't know how long it's going to last sort of situation going on. And this is interesting because I will talk about one of the reasons why I became a vegan, because of what we're talking about today. So Jason, let's give our shout outs and we can jump into it.
Yes, I had it sitting up here ready to go, and then I got logged out. But you know what? What we're gonna do? We give him a shout, huh?
I can give a shout out to Ukraine and South Africa.
Sure, definitely give a shout out to them too. Why are we giving a shout out? I know why, but I'm just saying. Go ahead, baby.
Yes, we have been on their relationship charts this week, and Ukraine.
All week.
Yes, all week. And Ukraine, we've been on y'all relationship charts for like a month or something. We really appreciate it, Ukraine.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Thank y'all.
Yeah. Let us know where we can come visit because apparently y'all love us. So we want to visit the Ukraine.
Ready to take that trip. You hear me?
Yeah.
So real quick, we want to give shouts out to our top countries that have been listening to us this week. We definitely appreciate y'all. And we already know United States is number one. So we already know that we live here in the United States. But our number one, under our number one is, and we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Typically I do 3, 2, 1. But India, shout out to India, man, coming through.
Holding strong.
Why?
India.
You know what I'm saying? It makes sense because, like I said, they have the highest, the lowest divorce rate in the world at less than 1%. And we're a relationship podcast. So they like, man, shoot, we're going to listen to them because we on the same accord. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep relationships together. So shout out to India and shout out to our, we got a couple of ties at number 2 and ties at number 3, which is Singapore, Spain, and France at number 2. And then number 3 is South Africa, United Kingdom, and Australia. So shout out to you guys.
What's up?
Listening.
Singapore, Spain, and France are tied for number 2.
Yes.
Well, hello.
Yes.
You went to Italy. I was about to say Jason.
Shout out to Florence, Italy in the house.
Yeah. Jason and I typically argue about Italy versus Spain because I studied abroad in Spain and Jason studied abroad in Italy. So
Florence,
he likes to say that it's better.
I'm the only one that been to Spain. You know what I'm saying? She hasn't been to Italy, but at the same time, I haven't really seen enough of Spain to say Italy is better. You know what I'm saying?
We love both of y'all. How about that?
At the end of the day, we just kind of go at each other. Like I'm Air Force, she Navy. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, so
I worked at UPS. He works at USPS.
You know what I'm saying? So we kind of battle each other. So it's nothing personal. We love both of y'all. We want to see both of y'all. But real quick, we'll get over to the top states. So shout out to number 3 in the house is ARK is where I stay.
Hello, Arkansas.
Then a little rock band.
It's about time.
Shout out to Arkansas for being the number 3 Arkansas. So like I actually said sauce, but actually Arkansas.
Arkansas, yes.
Right? And then number 2 is Ohio. Man, they still holding it down.
Hey, Ohio.
Shout out to Ohio. And number one is California.
Hi, Cali.
Shout out to California for listening. So we really appreciate y'all for listening in. Thank y'all. We're going to go ahead and get this show started.
Yes, because we are talking about something very, very, very important today.
What is that?
We are talking about how to divide the household work.
Yes, Lord.
And we will be discussing it with this beautiful deck of cards. Jason wants to unbox it. Called the Fair Play Deck.
Yes.
By Eve Rodsky, and it's based on the book Fair Play. Yes. Also by the same name, right? Yes. And these are like the cards, right?
Yes.
So just a little backstory on this. This is a conversation deck for prioritizing what's important. Okay. So
and you can scoop this off of Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
I got it from her website.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But maybe
website. Go to website.
You know what?
We'll push her website out.
Yeah, we will. I think it's called fairplay.com.
I have it on the screen.
I'm not sure.
Links in the description as well. Make sure you hit that smash that like button.
Yes. So A little backstory about this. It's almost been 2 years, probably has been 2 years when I read this book called Fair Play, and it just changed my whole life. It changed my whole life. It changed Jason's life too.
Yes. More work. But it's good work. Because some people doing more work than others.
I was so into this book because I could see myself all in this book. But basically, the book is discussing, which some people have a problem with this, but how women are still carrying most of the load when it comes to the housework. So we're working full time and we're carrying most of the load. Now, of course, there are some men who carry most of the load. Some men work all day and then they come home and do most of the housework.
Sure.
We know. But the majority, I think it's still safe to say. And this also came out during the pandemic, right? Because most women left their job. Not most, but a lot of women left their jobs, and the men kept their jobs. Now, whether or not that's because they were making less money or whatever, but it still hit women harder, basically.
Yes.
So it's safe to say that women are still doing a lot of the load, and we all know that this is a problem, but we haven't really figured out how to rebalance that load, right?
Right.
So this is what that book was discussing. And I actually read a couple of reviews of the book, and people were saying that, if I gave it to you, they kind of felt like it was derogatory toward men, right? Mm-hmm. But it actually wasn't written for men. I mean, I think she does write it for women because she feels that majority of the time it will be women that's, she's writing to her audience, right? But I didn't feel like it was derogatory, but that's the way that they feel. But I didn't really feel like the book was meant for the person who is not pulling their fair share of work to read it. Right. It's for the person who is pulling most of the work to be able to have the tools to engage their partner in a conversation about what we should be doing.
Saying, hey man, I need some help. You ain't doing nothing around here. Help me.
Right. Oh, did y'all see Jason's braids?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
Call them the championship braids.
They look so nice. But anyway.
What you gonna do about it?
Huh?
So what you gonna do about it?
Okay. Let's not digress. So we have talked about this book on this podcast. I think it was called A Woman's Work ? And it was a 2-part series. So go check that out. But when I read the book, she said that she had cards, but it wasn't actually cards. And that was my complaint. It was like, you can go to the website and print off some pieces of paper, and the piece of paper has these little squares, right? And I was like, it would have been really cool if there was actual cards. And I think that I found out about the book right when it was coming out, and maybe they just hadn't had time. So I went back to her website not too long ago, and here are the cards. Jason's like,
Ashley's super excited about this stuff.
Yes, I am. So like I said,
it's very important.
It is very important. People
excited.
get divorced over this sort of thing.
Yeah, people do a lot of stuff over this stuff.
Yeah, because I think that you don't realize until you in it that how much it affects your relationship, because it's really affecting your everyday happiness.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you're doing too much and you're stressed out and overwhelmed all the time, your relationship is going to suffer.
Just straight up, for real, this right here, ladies, if you're the one that's doing a lot of this work, you got to get your fellas on this podcast. You got to get them on this particular one, because you got to think about it. If you listen to some of my earlier episodes, I was that guy. I was coming home from work and say, hey babe, where the food at? You know what I'm saying? I want some, what's up? And I'm not really helping out around the house. You know what I'm saying? So this podcast grew me. I literally have grown. I am the product of this podcast. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be very beneficial for you and your family if you can get your mate on this, especially on this episode. Mm-hmm. Get them to chime in, because this right here is some keys, some nuggets that will last a lifetime.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. And again, if you're the man who is doing all of the work, then you need to get your partner, whoever that may be, and talk to them about, and this deck, these cards can help you have that conversation. Because like I said in the past, it's like, well, we know that there's a problem. People just talk about responsibilities like, I need you to help. Right. But nobody has like a detailed plan on how to do that and how to have the conversation and how to split things up. Right. So that's what I like so much about this system.
And even if you feel like, y'all got it pretty much evened out, just go ahead and double check yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, because you just don't. You may be doing a little bit more than you are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, and also you may be surprised to find out how much your partner is doing, because a lot of people, sometimes you only see what they're not doing, and you're not seeing what they are.
And she don't see me up at night, doing security detail. She sleeps, sound asleep.
We're going to get to that, okay? We're going to get to that, because this is one of the arguments that I would have when I tried to tell Jason that I had so much and that he didn't really have as much. And, he don't do that.
Oh, I'm trying to like spades. I'm trying to shuffle them.
There's a couple of cards in the back that I don't want to get mixed up. Okay. So yes. So basically, that was a big thing. We'll talk about something called daily grind, which is like more time intensive, something that has to be done at a certain time, like feeding the kids. I had more of the daily grind cards, and I was trying to explain that to Jason, but I didn't have the language to say that. But he'll be like, well, I'm going to go get the oil change in the car. I appreciate that. I really do. That's one thing that I don't have to do. But how often do you have to do that? Right. And how often do I have to provide food for our children? Yes. Every single day. 3 times a day.
Plus snacks.
Jason got it now because because he's doing that now. Yeah. So he understands.
Yeah, I understand.
So anyway, so I'm just going to read like the instructions to this. It comes with like a little instruction card here. And, you definitely want to read the book. I have, a deep understanding of everything because I read the book. But if you just want to jump right into it, I do feel like this is still a good setup for you to jump right into it. Okay. So here is what we are going to do. You're ready to have the conversation about splitting up the work. All right. I mean, if you don't understand why this is important, I mean, I don't know. I'll just whatever. Okay. So it says sit with your partner for an hour. Jason is big on expectations. So
got to set the proper expectations. Yeah. Got to. You got to let them know it's going to be a doozy. Baby, about to have a doozy conversation.
Yeah. And in the book, she talks about how to get your partner to agree to this. This kind of, you got to go check out those 2 episodes. This kind of backfired on me the way that she said it, because she said, let's play a game. I don't know if she changed that or not. Yeah. That didn't work for Jason. Mm-mm. Jason, when he hear the word game, he thinking fun. Right. This ain't that fun. No, I mean, it's something that needs
more work. It's opposite of fun. It's work.
Yeah, it's something that definitely needs to be done, but it's not fun by any means. So anyway, so set the expectation. Sit with your partner for an hour when you are relaxed and feeling good. Let's find a good time to do this, because this is going to be a challenge. Lay out all the task cards. Choose the ones that apply to your family and take turns deciding which task you'll own completely. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Manage your cards for a week, then return to the table for regular check-ins. So Jason and I have not had a check-in since we've done it. But a check-in is to go back through the cards. And the reason,
I'm probably doing more stuff now.
He probably is. Yeah. But, let's talk about that. So, but we understand the concept. So even though we're not actually going through the deck, we understand to say, okay, Jason, you hold the dishwashing card. And we both understand what that means. So if Jason is going through a hard time or is too much going on and I have a little bit more free time, then I will take the dishwashing card. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So again, if definitely, if you want to learn more about what's in the book, check out those previous episodes that I said was titled A Woman's Work ? And we would talk more about that, of understanding that. So, okay. So, but first, get your head in the game. So you're calling it a game. Okay. But these are the first things that you need to know. You would learn this by reading the book. But again, if you want to skip the book, here you go. All time is created equal. We only have 24 hours in a day. So energy spent working in service to the home is as valuable as any other kind of work. Do not keep score. You may not end up dividing these cards 50-50, and that's okay. Some cards simply require more time, effort, and thought. Collaborate and keep the conversation open so each of you feels that you can complete the task you take on and neither of you feels resentful. So those are the two things that you need to know before. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is take this deck of cards and go through the entire deck. So one thing I will say is that basically she spent years talking to women and, people, I just say people, about the responsibilities that's in a home, right?
How many cards is this? It's like 500 cards.
It's crazy. But when I say I really feel like she
covered everything.
I mean, anything that has to do with the home, child care, they really covered it. So you got home cards, out cards, that's featured tasks done away from home, like transporting kids to school. Some people, you may not even think about that, but somebody's doing that, right? Mm-hmm. Caregiving cards, magic cards, which mean when something unexpected come up. No, wild cards means when something unexpected come up. Daily grind cards, and then your unicorn space cards. All right. Unicorn space is when you have your own, space. So the first thing you need to do is sit together when emotions is low and how do you say this word? Cognition is high. Is your cognition high right now? Because your eyes looking a little sleepy. He don't want to do this. And set aside the CPE, which means conceive, plan, and execute. And we will talk about that. Cards and the minimum standard of care, which is a very, very important thing. Set aside those cards and the unicorn space cards. So that is what I am doing now, right?
Yes.
Now we are going to go through these cards, Jason, and we are going to take out the ones that are not valuable to us.
Okay. Let's go. Should we do it in half or what? Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, Jason's. No, we got to do it one by one. You want to just look at them?
You going to call them out?
Yeah, we're going to call them out.
Okay, child care helpers. We don't have child care helpers yet.
Yes, but one thing is that if it's important to one person, then that person gets the card.
Okay, whatever.
So we need some child care helpers up in here. Okay. Yes. So that's important to me. And I am going to take that card.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cleaning. We're gonna have to figure out who need to clean.
Yes.
I got the dishes right now. Dry cleaning.
We just going through them. Well, I guess you can. Let's do it that way. Go ahead.
Yeah. Dry cleaning. I take care of the dry cleaning.
Yeah.
Yes or no? God, no, boy. She don't want my stack to start piling up. I'm already on her.
Well, he does.
She don't even do this.
First of all,
this is important to her. But I'm already got.
Well, guess who doing this? Cleaning. Guess who doing that? Okay.
Well,
so
we don't know who doing it right now.
Well, let me see if we doing it. We not supposed to be dealing the cards yet, Jason. You dealing them?
Man, we gotta get through it. We got a podcast. They listen. They ready to go.
Okay, come on.
Garbage. I take care of the garbage. Groceries. I take care of the groceries.
Excuse me.
What?
You take care of the groceries?
Yeah.
Let's put that right there, in the middle.
Put it in the middle.
Yes.
All right.
You're not the only person taking care of groceries. Go ahead.
Home furnishings. I've been taking care of that.
That's me.
Who been looking for the couch?
Well, yeah, but up until that point, I done took care of all the home furnishings.
But I'm doing it now.
Put that in the middle. Both of us are doing that. Come on.
She don't want to give me mine. Home goods and supplies, and I'm taking care of that.
Yeah, we see. Look, we got to divide because this is why the CPE card is important. So we have to talk about that. Come on.
Home maintenance, I take care of that.
Yes, you do.
Home purchase, rental, mortgage, insurance, I take care of that.
Yes, you do.
Hosting, I take care of that. It's been pandemic, but I do take care of the hosting. I feel important.
Okay.
That feels special to me.
Okay.
Can I do that? That's what she said, right?
Isn't these cards interesting? They even remembered hosting. That's what I'm talking about.
Laundry. We split that.
Oh my goodness.
We split that.
Jason.
Babe.
Jason.
She just gonna take the card.
Jason,
That's what we got. We got skips and drop
Jason, did you wash or fold anything last week?
Probably not. Last week I was preparing for my birthday, preparing for Father's Day. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
We got a head. Did you get the head on your own?
Pretty much.
Man, please.
Pretty much.
Lawn and plants, I take care of that.
Yes, you do. Go ahead.
Mail, I take care of that.
Yes, you do. You bring the mail in. Yes.
Weekday
and he
breakfast
puts it
meals,
everywhere.
which is a daily grind. Look, mail is a daily grind. I ain't know that mail is a daily grind. Show is because my wrist be hurting dealing with that mail.
Let's go ahead and talk about
daily grind.
Let me look at the definition of a daily grind. Is it in here?
So it's something that you got to do every day, and that's what it is. You got to do that every day. Every day, you got to get that mail out.
Okay, daily grind indicates highly repetitive tasks like washing dishes. You and your partner should aim to hold a fair share of daily grinds to ensure that you are each digging into the most labor-intensive aspects of domestic life. A laundry.
Let me put my daily grinds to the side. See, she pulled look, she only got 2 cards, y'all, and she ain't even doing this.
First of all, again, it's about time intensity.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about the fact that you're on leave. So you're supposed to be doing this.
Daily grind. Boy. Trash ain't no daily grind, but we'll take it. Breakfast, meals, which is a daily grind.
He definitely does breakfast. Mm-hmm.
Meals, kids, lunch, school. I take care of that. It's a daily grind as well. Mm-hmm. Meals, weekday dinners. I take care of that. Daily grind.
Yep.
Meals weekend, I take care of that. It's not a daily grind, but I take care of that.
I don't know who did the meals this weekend. So
we're gonna put that
one weekend. We're gonna put that in the middle.
Because it's Father's Day, I shouldn't.
We're gonna put that in the middle.
I mean, I shouldn't, but typically,
Go ahead.
What I'm saying? All the other weeks we done had, weekends we done had, I've been taking care of it.
Come on.
But so you can't win them all. You know what I'm saying?
I had that card this week. That's why you're supposed to check in weekly.
It's Father's Day. And my birthday and Juneteenth. Memoirs or memories. Look, that's Lord.
And photos.
I take care of that. What? You want to say we both take care of it?
Yes.
Who been taking all the pictures?
Jason, who's gonna put those pictures in a frame and got a plan for that and keeping kids' little handprints on paper plates and stuff? Do you know what that stuff is?
No.
Oh, okay. Come on.
Money manager, I pretty much take care of that.
Yeah, you pretty much do.
Storage, garage, seasonal items, I take care of that. But you do. God. But storage?
Yes. What are you talking about? Putting all of this stuff away and organizing the garage only for Jason to go back in there and mess it up? I had the garage so pretty.
You gotta let her have it.
Oh my God.
Tidying up, organizing donations. Otto, that is me. Birthday celebrations, other kids.
So this is an example of something that is not very valuable to us. Like right now, because of the pandemic, we have not taken our kids to another birthday celebration. But when I was at home,
who got the cakes?
No, other kids. No, there's a specific card for.
Oh, okay.
This card is for other kids.
Oh, okay, other kids.
Yes. Like I said, they thought of everything because some people actually feel like a lot of pressure to take that. Like when your child is in preschool, it seems like every weekend. Jason don't know nothing about this, but every weekend there's another another birthday party you got to go to.
Ain't no pressure. If I'm going. If I ain't.
Yes, but I was taking our daughter to these things when she was in preschool before I had Isaiah, and Jason didn't even want to come to the little preschool would do events for family. You know,
I went to.
Yeah, but I had to beg him to go. Why I gotta go to this?
That was a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
And she was 3 years old.
Yeah. So as of right now, this card is not in play.
Daycare probably shouldn't be doing all that.
It was great. You get to bond with the other parents.
No, it was cool.
I thought it was very nice. So, but that was my responsibility. And, but right now we're not taking our child to anybody's birthday party. So don't ask.
So calendar keeper, I guess that's somewhere over here because we use our phones for the calendar keeper. You know what I'm saying?
Calendar keeper also means like keeping track of like family events. You know what I mean?
Cash and bills. I don't understand this. We don't have cash, but I pay the bills. So
yeah, you can.
Charity, community services, good deeds. I think that'll be me over here as well because I take the stuff to charity, and I do a lot of good deeds. Me and my daughter. You know, we just did a good deed today. We cleaned up.
We're gonna put that in the middle. Come on.
Did I just clean up the park today?
Yeah, we were at the park and you cleaned it up.
Okay.
Because you're a nice guy.
Some trash. Ain't that a good deed?
Yeah.
Ain't that community service?
Let's go.
Is it free? So
this is why we're not supposed to be dealing the deck right now.
I didn't know. All right, we just gotta go through. We gotta
go through it, and then
next episode we're gonna go through it.
Well, because the thing is that we're supposed to be not necessarily talking about what we do.
Okay.
We're supposed to be talking about what we are going to do, like which we're supposed to be assigning.
So maybe you need to do it.
Yeah, give it here. Cultural, civic engagement and cultural enrichment. We want to do that. Electronics and IT. We want to do that.
We doing it.
That's important to us. Extracurricular activities. We want to do that.
We are doing it. Jordan is taking piano lessons.
She just had her first.
Is she taking it or not?
She just had her first piano lesson last week.
Shout out to Miss Butler.
Okay. So this is important to us. Non-sports. Sports is important to us. First aid, safety and emergency. We want that one. Packing and unpacking kids local. We don't have that card right now because our child is not going to school. Packing and unpacking travel. Oh my God. Okay. So
we traveled once this year.
We traveled twice and it was a lot. Points, miles, and coupons. That's important to us. Didn't they think of everything?
They did.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Returns and store credits. School breaks, kids, none summer. School breaks, kids, summer. Now, let me explain those a little bit because, like, you know, in a normal life before the pandemic, you know, this is kind of addressing when they're out. None summer means like when they're out of school, right? Like for holiday.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Day, Juneteenth. You're right.
Yeah.
If both parents are working, who gonna take care of that?
Right. Somebody got to take off.
Somebody got to take off, or we got to find a babysitter. So who's going to
come out with a plan?
So
like that.
Yeah, who's going to be responsible for that? School uniforms. We don't have that right now. Social plans, couples. That's important to us. I mean, sure. I guess I should put this back in there because we will have to do that very soon. So the kids like packing for school and school uniforms. Transportation, that's talking about transportation for kids. That is talking about going back and forth from school. Who's taking the child to school? Who's picking them up? Travel, that's important to us. Tutoring and coaching. I mean, when we gonna have, she's not old enough yet.
I don't know.
Okay. Weekend plans. Who decides where we're going? That's important to us. Bathing and grooming kids. Grooming and wardrobe, player 1. Grooming and wardrobe, player 2. This is just saying that is time. Like she said, all time is created equal. It takes time to groom yourself.
Right.
And to plan your wardrobe. Bedtime routine, kids, birth control.
What do you mean? Birth control? I'm just saying.
Well, you're putting out my business out there, right?
Oh, okay.
Clothes and accessories.
I'm just saying, I was thinking about my kid. I'm like, kid don't need a birth control.
No, talking about that is a thing that women have to do, or they do, right? It takes time to go get the birth control and, you know, to fulfill your subscription. You gonna go pick up the birth control?
I mean,
it's time. This concept of like, this is time.
I think it's too much. Y'all in my business. Fair play cards.
No,
supposed to be private.
Clothes and accessories. This is buying the clothes for the kids.
Yes. Dental.
Taking them to, brushing their teeth, taking them to the dentist, diapering and potty training. Oh, we got a potty train. I say, yeah, he's getting too big and he not potty trained yet.
Yes.
Who's going to take that card?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Real estate planning and life insurance. Friends and social media. Kids, like keeping up with your kids' friends. So when Jordan says she misses her friend and she wants to see her, who has to arrange for that, right? Health insurance, parents and in-laws.
They got a phone, so that means you got to call them.
Yeah, like, I make sure now that Jordan at least FaceTimes with one of her nanas. We need to do a better job with the other nana, but she FaceTimes, so there's something that like I kind of have to arrange, right? Pets. I didn't want no pets in my house, and now we got 2 fish.
And it's a daily grind.
Don't ask me, but that I said
I didn't look. It wasn't on me.
I said I didn't want any pets. So this is one of those cards that if it's valuable to you, you get to keep this card. Because I said I didn't want it. It's not valuable to me. I don't want any pets. I don't want pets. So if you want pets, that is your responsibility, and I'm not lifting a finger for that pet. School service.
Big meanie.
School service kids. That's something that will have to happen. School transition, homework, projects, and school supplies. Medical and living and healthy living kids. Morning routine kids. Self-care. Player 1 and player 2. You need time for self-care. Special needs and mental health kids. So this does not apply to our children. Teacher communication kids. Communicating with the teacher, right?
Yes.
Didn't they think of everything? Adult friendships, player 1, player 2. You need time to have adult friendships.
What about for all our relationships? We got 3 or 4 players in it.
We're talking about polyamorous?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask Eve Rodsky. I don't know. She came up with this. Here you go. Birthday celebrations, your kids.
Yes.
See? Discipline and screen time, extended family.
That's a daily grind.
Oh yeah, it is. Discipline. Okay, the way you discipline Isaiah today, like yes, that's gonna be a day, and that is exhausting and correcting, and this is very exhausting. Extended family, fun and playing. Oh, Jordan, I want somebody to play with me. I'm ready for this pandemic to be over.
Sure.
Gestures of love. Here you go. You go through the rest.
Oh, you tired?
No, I just don't want you to be bored.
Gifts and family. So this is gifts for your family.
Mm-hmm.
We got gifts, VIPs. What are the VIPs? I mean, I understand it's very important people. So your best friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
Close circle.
Yeah. People that you do not want to forget to give them a gift.
Hard questions, kids. I mean, come on. That's got to be player 1 and player 2, right? Like, come on. It just depends on the question.
Yeah.
But whatever. So we definitely doing that. Holiday cards. We don't even do cards.
But
so,
you said you wanted to start, so guess what?
You know, I did.
Guess what? I think that needs to be Jason's most. This is valuable to him, so he need to do. He need to have that card.
Holidays, whatever this means. Informal education for the kids. Magical beings. Yeah. See the tooth fairy and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So we don't really do no tooth fairy around here, but Santa Claus. I mean, do what y'all do, but. I gave you that $1, and I know magical creature that don't exist. Anywho, marriage and romance. This should be a daily grind.
Oh, well. Do I get romance every day?
But marriage, yeah.
Well, okay.
What?
Come on.
Anywho, middle of the night comfort, which I did last night.
He definitely did.
Let's turn to an all-nighter.
Yes.
Partner, and it's for the kids, by the way. Middle of the night comfort for the kids.
Yes.
Pretty much slept in the bed with my son last night. Just tripping. Partner coach, yes. Showing up and participating for the kids. Yeah. Spirituality, yes, for sure. Thank you notes. Is that something that you want to do?
That's important to me. Yes.
Values and good deeds, kids, sure, definitely important. Watching kids, that's definitely a daily grind. Why do I gotta put the eyeball?
Because that's how your eye looks. Look stressed out, don't it? Watching the kids.
See, some people's eyes be like this.
Yeah, and some people underestimate this. Like just the very act of watching kids.
Right.
Well, you ain't doing nothing. You're just sitting at home watching the kids.
Listen to all them Cocomelon episodes. I want to play. You got to take them outside. You got to do all type of stuff, especially during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Aging and ailing parent. We don't have that right now.
We don't have it right now. This does not apply to our family right now, but it is important to us, of course.
Wild card death.
That happened to us this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
first year of infant's life. Are we gonna?
We can take that out.
Are we gonna?
But I had this card, Jesus.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think we're gonna keep it going?
No. What's wrong with you? I had the first year of infant's life. I mean, Jason was doing a lot, but
I'm good for the amount of kids that we have. I'm telling you, if we have a third kid, we coming back home. Just let
yeah, we leaving.
Yeah, unless we hit them M's.
Yeah,
because we're gonna need some help. Glitch in the matrix, daily disruption. Ooh, I don't like the glitch in the matrix. Home renovation.
This is. I'm gonna give an example of glitch in the matrix. When Jason and I both was working before. Well, actually, no. I had just had Isaiah, and he was a fresh newborn, and I did not want to really go out with him. But Jason took Jordan to daycare, and you did not put like a change of clothes in her bag, and so she wet herself, which was not, she was potty trained and everything, but accidents still happen. So that was one of those days. It was an accident, so I had to get my little bitty infant baby up and go pick up my other child from daycare. So that was a glitch in the matrix.
Definitely a glitch in the matrix. Throw everything off. Home renovations. We don't have to really worry about that right now.
I mean, there's some things that we probably should be doing. Is there like one that says home maintenance?
Yes, we already had that card.
We already had home maintenance card?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very early on.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, very early on.
Apologies, sir.
No, that's okay. Yeah, we had the lawn and plants. But very early on. Maybe it was a daily grind. Yeah, home maintenance. See?
Yeah.
Home maintenance.
Okay, got it.
All right. Serious illness. Well, I mean, we don't know.
We don't have anything right now.
But, something may happen.
Yeah, but that's why you're supposed to revisit these cards, because we're not anticipating any sort of serious illness to pop up.
Right.
Anytime soon.
Job loss or money problems. So we don't anticipate that, but so we just keep it over there right now. Moving. We don't anticipate.
We putting this over here.
We don't anticipate.
We're not moving.
We don't anticipate.
It's not in the deck right now.
But you never know.
Yeah.
New job.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're not anticipating this, but who knows? For anybody, you just never know. It's a wild card.
Right.
Welcome a child into the home. We're not anticipating that, but you just never know.
Yeah, I know. So that was the first step.
So this is what we took out of the deck.
Yeah.
So,
and she said the goal is to take out as much as possible. Like, really think about what's important to you, because sometimes
this is what we still got.
Yeah.
It's about 2 inches of the deck.
Right.
We still have.
Sometimes we running around here doing stuff that like you don't neither one of us really care about, and we need to really have that conversation. Is this something that we actually want to spend our time doing? Right.
And when we took out the deck, it was like 1/4 of an inch for those keeping track.
So let me just read what she says really quickly. Start with the daily grind and other tasks that you and your partner agree must be done. Place these cards in a pile that will be your customized household deck. So what we have here is our household customized deck. For the cards that remain, find any that may not be necessary to your home life, but are still valuable to you, to both of you. Add these cards to your household deck. Okay, I guess. If any card is important to only one of you, place that card in front of the player who values it.
Mm-hmm.
That a good old pet card. The fewer cards in your deck, the better. Read the CPE and MSC cards together. Place them between you for reference as you move on to step 2. So I would like to go ahead and read those cards, and then we'll wrap up with that before we in the next episode, we will actually divide these cards. Let me just say, for everybody who's wondering why Jason has a lot of cards, that used to be me. Okay. Because I
used to be her for a long time.
Yes. For a very long time.
Like 90% of the marriage.
Yeah. I don't know if it was that long, but
I mean, let's go all the way back when we was just us two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You was handling a lot of that stuff.
Yes, I was working before kids. I was cleaning. I was cooking. and washing the dishes and
doing
working.
a lot of stuff.
Yes, I was doing a lot of stuff. And when the babies were still very young, Jason would help with the babies, right? As far as like changing diapers and things like that. But I was still the primary person cooking, cleaning, and those sort of things.
Right.
Most of what we discovered, like I said, the daily grind cards, but I didn't have the language to really explain that to him. And I think that you took it as like, I wasn't being appreciative of what you were doing, but I didn't know how to express that, like, the stuff that I'm doing happens every single day,
right,
multiple times a day. So it is extremely draining.
Right.
And I think that a lot of women deal with the things that need to happen every day, and you don't get to decide. You get to decide when you want to do the oil change. You have a time frame where you need to do it.
Take away one of my Saturdays.
Yeah, but that's just one, So anyway, so I just want to say that before we, so y'all will know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And what was I gonna say? So the other thing that I wanted to mention before this episode is over, like, we have talked in the past about how grateful we are to have had this situation where the roles kind of reversed and Jason is at home and he gets to really see firsthand what it's like. And I would like for you to kind of talk more about this, because I didn't actually know that you were saying this inside your head, but kind of, I don't know if you said that you said this out loud one time, but kind of like, you didn't understand why I was tired because I was at home all day with the kids.
Yeah,
and
I definitely
like
said that before.
You said it out loud?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you don't know. So if I'm at work and I've never dealt with kids before, that's a key thing. Mm-hmm. Look at your mate. Look at their past. See if they have little brothers or sisters, little cousins. I had none of that, right? I didn't have any kids. You know what I'm saying? I did date a girl with a child, but she was 2. So anything beyond that, I didn't know anything about. I mean, before that. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about nothing, really. You know what I'm saying? Even at a point, I didn't know how to, I never held a baby. So it's just, a lot of guys just don't see what you're going through because they haven't had to do it. Mm-hmm. So they never experienced it. And if you pay attention, a lot of us prejudge things that we haven't done before. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always say, don't knock it until you try it. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta take people's word for it, or you gotta experience it before you give off your opinion about it. So I just didn't understand why sitting at the house with some kids, just let them run around, do whatever. I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But once I got here, once I got into this position, what I mean by here, having to watch the kids and having to cook and have to stay on the schedule, and it's just constantly, you got to give so much of your attention. And, I was a little brother and I was, not used to giving, being the one out to give attention. Easily I can, frustrate my brother and he'll leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the little brother. I'm the one that's causing the frustration. So it's easy for me to go by myself. I can just run off, but you can't just run off on the kids. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there. You got to stick, even if it's hot, even if it's burning you up, even if you're sweating, you got to stick in there until some naps happen or something. Then that's when you get a chance to possibly do what you want to do.
Right.
But shoot, you got to take a nap, and you got to, you might get on the phone, then boom, Joe 2 hours up. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, whatever you got to do, you got to wait to after they go to bed. So really, like I said, you just don't know what the ladies are going through, what people are going through. You just got to get into their shoes. And then, until then,
yeah,
just chill out.
And Jason said to me one time, he said he could see how when like a man is coming, like a woman is going through all of that, and then a man come home and kind of like say, well, what you been doing, and
right,
complain
you ain't been doing
about
nothing.
And sometimes the house is messy, but it's because I haven't had time, like depending on how small the kids are, right? Like it's just really, really difficult.
And then a lot of guys, right? You know what I'm saying? You might have a mom or a grandma that kept the house clean. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, you comparing somebody that's a veteran, that's, for you coming to a consciousness to understand that the house is clean, you got to be what 6?
Yeah,
you
it
know
gets easier as they get older.
Exactly. And so, but you're not looking at you don't remember your mom when she was doing when you was 6 months old and you fell out the bed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't remember. You don't get to see those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't compare them to your moms and what you're used to seeing. You gotta get them a chance, get them a shot. They're trying to figure this thing out, and then you might have been a little bit easier to deal with than your children. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. It's all different types of variables.
Right. So, thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. And I'm happy that I came across this book and this really helped us. And I'm happy that we had a chance to change, because even as a person, like, I understand better how Jason feels. Like I was working before, but like getting off work and being tired, you know what I mean? Yeah. But still having to muster up some energy to give him a break. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I get that. Right. I'm happy to do it because I totally understand, but it's still hard. So if a person don't understand it, it's like double hard to them.
Right.
So it's easier for me because I understand what it's like to be home with 2 small kids.
Especially if you're doing long shifts. You know what I'm saying? She's doing long hours.
Yeah.
And I'm doing long hours.
Right.
Shoot, both of us need breaks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, it's difficult. And then, also you got to think about, sometimes your ladies don't want to have, sexual relations because they tired.
Right.
Like, it's just what it is. So if you want to, rev that up a little bit, help out around the house.
Absolutely.
I promise you, your numbers will go up.
Okay, real quick, I just want to talk about what this means, but we'll dive more into it next episode because we're almost already at the hour. So looks like this takes longer than an hour.
Yeah.
Or maybe. Yeah. We did some other talking. So CPE means to conceive, plan, and execute. This was a big one for me to understand and for Jason. So for each card in your customized deck, consider and discuss what it might mean to CPE each task according to your family's minimum standard of care. Conceive, assess your family's needs and conceive of and define the tasks that will meet those needs. Plan, create an action plan that outlines what is required to handle the task from beginning to end. Consult with other stakeholders for their opinion and buy-in. That's like really professional sounding, but execute. Discuss how you'll get the job done on time while meeting your family's MSC, minimum standard of care. This was very important to me because a lot of times, basically, this just means to do the job, do the entire job, conceive it, plan it, and then execute it. So a lot of times women will send their husband a to-do list, honey to-do list. And sometimes you go into, it gets, problematic because they didn't plan it. So they don't have all the information that you have. So more than likely, they're not going to do it exactly the way that you want to do.
Right.
I'll give a quick example back to dry cleaning. Me and Jason never had this issue because Jason is the person that likes to get his clothes dry cleaned. So he found the dry cleaner. So he knows exactly when they're open and all that stuff and how to do it. So he plans the whole thing and he takes it and everything, right?
Yes.
So if I had, it was a example in the book where a couple the wife had found the dry cleaner and she knew when it was open and when it wasn't. And she dropped the bag off at the bottom of the stairs and told her husband, please, can you take that to the dry cleaner? And he took it, but it was closed, right? That will never happen to Jason, right? Because he already knows. Right. Or if it happens, it's his bad because he doing the whole thing. So that causes a lot of fights with people.
Right.
Because of course he's gonna call his wife and be mad because she didn't, because she didn't tell him that it was closed, right?
Right.
So that totally wipes away that if you plan everything, right?
Right.
The next thing was the minimum standard of care. For each card you deem valuable, agree on how the task ought to get done with competence, care, and a timetable that works for your family. Ask yourself, why is it important for us to hold this card and establish a standard in our home? Example, how often should the player holding the garbage card empty the trash can? Because we wanted to create a clean environment for our family and teach our children the value of cleanliness, the trash should be emptied before the contents approach the can's brim. What do you think?
Yeah.
So this is, I guess I don't want to give all my examples. Jason's like, I thought you were this one is something that like happens in couples a lot, and we're going to talk about it again in the next episode because I just think it's very important. But like when you tell your husband or your wife to clean the kitchen and they just go in there and wash the dishes, right? Like that is not what I mean, right? So people get into arguments about that. Well, that's your standard, and we didn't discuss that, and I didn't know that you meant to clean out the microwave and to clean the stove top. I didn't know that that's what that meant. So discussing that is really, really important, right? So you're supposed to next week we would go through these cards. We would talk about the minimum standard of care. And assign the cards for each. Well, we'll assign the cards and then we'll talk about the minimum standard of care for each card.
Cool.
Yeah. I hope that you all enjoy that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of cards, and it'll be probably more entertaining as you listen to us talk about our cards and who's gonna take it on next time. So, but yeah, I really think that this can help save marriages, save couples.
Oh yeah,
I really do.
Most definitely. And again, if you like what you're hearing, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and go to Loveology Podcast and pick you up a Loveology shirt because you studying love too. So study love with us. Come along on this journey and let's have fun, y'all. Spread the word, love. Don't keep it to yourself. You hear me?
Yes.
All right. So that's it. That's all, babe.
That's it. That's all.
All right, man. We're gonna catch y'all next time. So peace out.
Bye.